Angeles. He would love to get married and start a family, but he is waiting for the right girl to come along. Now, about virgin. Virgin word, it is no vulgar word. Brahmacharyam, that we call in Telugu and in any Indian language. Brahmacharyam, again, it is not that not to get married. No. Virgin is a very specific word wherein man consolidates himself and commits himself. Bhishma Pratigya, you must have heard about. He remained virgin all his life and he lived for 100 years and he called death for himself. That is consolidation and commitment, these two come under that virgin. He wanted to be that. Until he finishes, until he gets what he wanted, he vowed that he will not be marrying. He must be having many girlfriends. He doesn't bother for. And his friend and his publicist you must have heard, PA to so and so, cinema actors will be having, the dramatists will be having, artisan will be having their own personal assistants who what we call as engage themselves for the business, who puts rate on him. He is called as publicist. Likewise, he has a publicist, his friend, what his name is Steve Appel, and he is also from Los Angeles. He said he would love to get married and start a family, but he is waiting for the right girl to come along. Water sports aren't Nick's only thing. Water sports, because you see there are no hands and there are no legs, but already it has been told that he is a master in skateboard. And here again in this paragraph it is said he is not only good at that. Then he also plays golf with a club. Club, you know what it is? Club. If it is golf, a straight rod and with a ladder-like structure here. This is called club. Here there will be a handle. It can be hold over there. But there are no hands to catch hold of this handle. Now you can question yourself, how could he play it? Simply he tucks it here under the chin, and with this he moves it and he could hit the ball with his, and you see, keeping something here and hitting something, how much courage is required, how much commitment is required, you can understand. It is not such easy. With a hand we can put it. We can, suppose you are a badminton player, you can play it. If you are a cricket player, you can play it because you are having both the hands. He doesn't have none of the hands, but he tucks his club here and he hits the ball. So how much courage and how much commitment is required, you can understand. Tucked under his chin and is a huge fan of the English Premier League, IPL, Indian Premier League. What is it? Yes, it is cricket. Now, English Premier League, it is football. And he is a great fan of it. Not only he plays football, he is a fan of it. His parents decided not to send him to a special school. A decision, he said, was very hard for him, but which may have been the best decision they could have made for him. Now you see, deaf, dumb and blind, these people do have a separate school because there the teaching is separate and the books are separate. For them, all the things are separate. So they have separate schools. He is not dumb. He is not deaf. He is not even what we call as blind. Then he doesn't have these limbs. Do they accept him as a special student? No. And then he has to be sent to a normal school. But Nick doesn't have this, he is only a torso. How much humiliation will he be facing if he goes to a normal school? Just imagine. He would definitely. But his parents have taken a decision that he should go to a normal school. He resisted in the beginning, but later he felt, yes, their decision is a very good decision, and so I could stand independently. Standing independently is one more thing that is which leads to great success. You should be independent. As long as you are dependent, you cannot be a great success. So, which may have been the best decision they could have made for him. That is what Nick realized later. When Nick was born, his father was so shocked that he fell and left the hospital room to vomit. When he heard and when he has seen the boy having born without hands and legs, he felt vomiting. He left the room to vomit. Now you can understand, a father, he gets a great amount of happiness if he hears that he is blessed with a son. And if he sees that his son is disabled, you can again imagine how a father would be feeling. Now, I don't think that the father, one who omitted, one who ran out the room to vomit, he must be feeling very proud of his son now. His distraught mother could not bring herself to hold him until he was 4 months old. Until he is 4 months old, he has not seen the warmth of his mother breast, he had not seen. You see how cursed he is, but he has scaled this great success. His disability came without any medical explanation. Doctors could not say, why this disability to this man, this boy? No, there is no answer at all. But only a slight, what we call as a slight lame excuse, we can say what it is, a rare occurrence called phocomelia. All the blame will be put on the God or on the other disability whatsoever. Here the small excuse is phocomelia, and so this boy has born like this. And Nick and his parents spent many years asking, why this cruel thing to me? Why this cruel thing to me? You see, when you are in a great distress, you will be asking yourself, why this to me? It is a very common thing. But if you have won a prize of 1 crore rupees, would you say, why this to me? No. Right? So the same way, the parents, they questioned themselves why this cruel trick would happen to them. My mother was a nurse and she did everything right during pregnancy, but she still blamed herself, he said. Mother was a nurse. Nurse means a very much close to the medicinal practices and all. But she could not understand why my boy is born like this. She has no answer with her. And she has taken all the precautions during her pregnancy. When he was in her home, she took all the precautions, whatever is necessary for his healthy birth. It was so hard for them, but right from the start, they did their best to make me independent. You see, they knew it. We have a boy here who is not having legs and hands. But even then, they wanted that their son should stand independently. He should work for himself. Whatsoever it is, he should not depend on others. My dad put me in the water at 18 months and gave the courage to learn how to swim. Though knowing the truth that my boy doesn't have the hands and legs, the father puts him in water. You see, that is how to imbibe courage within oneself. And so I put the courage here. If you have courage, and that should be started from the very young age, 18 months. And so push him in the water. And the boy, of course, no doubt, he can float himself. He will come up. He won't try to go down. And that was the tendency of the father. He put him in water and introduced him for the first swimming at the age of 18 months. I also got really into football and skateboarding. I totally love the English Premier League. Earlier we have already talked about this. Nick's father was a computer programmer and accountant, and he taught his little son how to type with his toe at just 6 years old. When Nick was only 6 years old and this leg is there, he has already called it as chicken drumstick. With that, how to type, he had introduced him to the computers and typewriting. Because father himself was a computer literate and he was an accountant even. His mum invented a special plastic device that meant he could hold a pen or a pencil. You see, the necessity is the mother of invention. Now the boy needs something. He should hold the pen or pencil with his toe, and that too in a balancing manner. And so the mother invented some plastic device with which the boy can hold the pen or pencil. Right? And you see how the parents are thinking about the well-being of the kid. Despite the risk of being bullied, his parents insisted Nick on attending mainstream school. It was the best decision they could have made for me, adds Nick, who later achieved a degree in financial planning and real estate. It was very hard, but it gave me independence. Now you see, when he was admitted into a normal school, he was resisting. Why? The other students may bully him, make a mockery of him. Bully means to make a mockery. Vikkirinchadam. He was knowing it. These people may do this thing to me. But his parents insisted, you have to go to the mainstream school alone, not to the people, not to the school meant for disabled persons. You have to go there. Why? The parents were thinking that their child should be an independent person. So that made him a degree holder in financial planning and real estate. Real estate, I need not have to tell you the meaning. Most of your fathers must be doing it, and you must be seeing either this uncle or that uncle in that field. That is real estate. Plots, flats, etc. Right? Now, financial planning also. He will not only plan, he will advise where to invest, how to invest, and why to invest, when to invest. All these things he will be talking about. That is called financial planning. Now, with this, he said he was given independence. Nick, who was teased and bullied, had an electric wheelchair for mobility and a team of carers to help him. I was deeply depressed when I was 8 years old, he said. I went to my mum crying and told her I wanted to kill myself. See, though we are normally born, we have hands, we have legs. 10 out of 10, if it is 9.8 out of 10, people are committing suicide. See the thing, see the fun. If it is only 9.8 out of 10, not 10 out of 10, you expected it, you struggled hard for it, but you did not get it. And so what you are doing, you are committing suicide. No. Why? Here, at the age of 8, when he was admitted to a normal school where the students started bullying him, making mockery, and when they were simply teasing him, then only he got discouraged, and he has gone to his mother and he said that he would be committing suicide. See, I felt cold and bitter. I hated God for doing this to me and was terrified of what would happen when my parents weren't there to look after me. Now, it is a question for you also. Even one night, single night, if they are not there, your mother and father, and you have to be there in your house, you have to manage the whole night by yourself, you will be speechless, right? That is called again what we call as you are losing yourself. No. Though he doesn't have hands and legs, he wanted to be independent, and he thinks always, if my mother and father is not there, what would happen to me? Then he got his own solutions. He doesn't sit just like that. He went on thinking about it, and he got the results, the answers. You see what he has done. I could brush my own teeth with a wall-mounted brush. If I don't have hands and legs, it is must. I should depend on my parents, either brothers or sister or my mother. They have to brush me, right? No, he has invented one more thing. He has mounted the brush on the wall, and he just adjusted himself there, and he started brushing his teeth. That is wall-mounted brush. Second, he has to shower himself. He has to shampoo himself. He has to put soap on himself. Doesn't have hands. Then he also has the answer for it. What did he do it for it? Wash my own hair with pump action soap. But there was so much that was impossible for me. In the bathroom, that is freshening yourself, he arranged himself. He can do everything independently. But there are many more things. Without a helping hand, he could not do. He understood it. At age 10, Nick tried to drown himself in the bath, but luckily the attempt was unsuccessful. I felt there was no purpose. When you lack purpose, the strength, it is hard to hold on, he said. But with the help of his religion, friends and family, Nick managed to pull through to become an international symbol of triumph over adversity. See here. He felt there was no purpose. At the age of 8, he tried to commit suicide. Why? Because he thought there is no purpose on my living. There should be a purpose for your living. Whatever you do, not only living. You are going to school, there is a purpose. You are coming back from the school, there is a purpose. Without a purpose, there is no action at all. Action and purpose, these two are going side by side. So what he said is, there is no purpose, no hands, no legs, how can I live? So let me commit a suicide. But at the age of 18 months, his father taught him how to float in the water, not how to drown in the water. So, luckily for him, he could not drown himself. He had floated on the water. And he felt there is no purpose, that is called lack of purpose. And lack of purpose, it will weaken you. If you have purpose, it strengthens you. It is hard to hold on, he said. But with the help of his religion, friends and family, Nick managed to pull through to become an international symbol of triumph over adversity. Triumph. What is this word triumph? T-R-I-U-M-P-H. Triumph. Happiness. Is it simply happiness? No. Your cricket team won the World Cup. Think the amount of happiness you are going to enjoy. Experience what it is. That is triumph. Means happiness comes out of the victory. So here he has adversity. Adversity means all minus points. No legs, no hands, nothing. But even then, he had achieved the heights. That is, to be able to stand independently. So now his life has become as an example for many more people who are to follow his example. What is that one? Many people, his friends, the religion, the family, everybody has helped him to pull him up. So he could able to have a triumph over adversity. When I was 13,